All right, I think it's worthy. This system is deserving of Peter walking through the different gear. It's an amazing system. One of the few companies that does it all, from electronics to even the plinths for the turntable.
Yep.
And amazing speakers. A lot of people don't know about it unless you come to this show. This is the only show you actually showcase, is that right?
Yeah, correct.
So yeah, this is worthwhile to come to the show alone just to hear the PBN stuff. But yeah, Peter, you want to walk through some of the model numbers and gears?
Sure. So let's start at the DAC. We've been making this particular DAC for several years, and the reason for it is that we used the Burr Brown 1704 UK chips. There's 8 of them. It's fully differential from the input. This is the power supply for it. And then it of course has our all-fed circuit for the current to voltage converter, an analog filter, and then a differential output buffer, balanced throughout.
Okay.
Phono preamp the same. It uses again our all-fed circuit. The newest version uses shunt regulators, and here's a power supply for it.
Okay.
And we got the line level preamp.
Yep.
This is our new model, also with shunt regulators in the that's the basic difference between earlier models and this one. And there's the power supply for it.
Separate power supplies for basically everything.
Yeah.
Which is a great sign. I mean, it adds cost because you got two chassis and stuff, but definitely worth it if you're going for the ultimate high end.
And also just want to showcase, we do make the optical cartridge equalizer and have this one open.
So for the DS audio.
Yeah, so you can get a little peek of what we do. So basically back here we have the filtering for the cartridge, and then this is our line level preamplifier, same as used in the line level preamp.
Yes.
It requires about 26 dB of gain for the DS cartridge.
And this is what I was saying earlier on camera, is that as good as the pieces look on the outside, they always look better on the inside with PBN. Just immaculate.
And then we go to the, you want to hear about turntable?
Yes, sure.
Okay, so the turntable, I buy direct drives, vintage Japanese from Japan. Mostly this one used to be a Pioneer P10 exclusive.
Okay.
And we have put that in our, what I call our large plinth. So it's an inch thick T6061 aluminum top and bottom. And you can choose whatever hardwood you want for the spacer here. And this particular one here is Paduk, and I think this is a pretty cool looking piece of wood.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, that would look good with the speaker too.
Yep. And so again, up to speed immediately.
Wow, okay, yeah, cool. What is the price points on your plinths when you're doing these?
This one without tone arms is $29,000.
$29,000. And roughly how much are we talking electronics here?
About $17,000, about $22,000, and $22,000.
Okay.
Then we go to the EBSA 3 monoblocks.
Yes. Monsters.
Beast.
Yes. So these are going to drive just about anything in existence.
Yeah, it's 200 watts per channel as a stereo amp, 800 watts as a monoblock.
Wow.
And right now we run it as monoblock mode.
Okay.
And this is the smallest power amp we make. It's EBSA 1, and it's 130 watts per channel and about 450 as a monoblock. Typically people buy monoblocks.
Sure. But price point on these?
This one is about 18, this one's about 33.
Okay. Yeah, but even this one will drive just about anything.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then of course we go to the Master Reference exclamation point 777.
777, yes.
It uses refurbished 2245 drivers where basically everything that moves is new.
Okay.
Magnet system is reused and the baskets are being stripped and repowder coated. Then we go to the 2206 mid woofer. It's a 12-inch woofer with a 4-inch voice coil, 3/4 inch long, 4-inch diameter 3/4 inch voice coil. And then we go to the States Company 8535 compact ribbon, super driver, 107 dB at 12 volts.
Okay, so yeah.
The whole speaker system is 95 dB efficient, and with nominal impedance, let's call it 6 ohms.
Really? So yeah.
And then if this is not enough, these can run by themselves.
Yes, I am sure. Most any room, yes. But
if you want to add some oomph.
How about 4 more?
How about 4 more?
Okay.
And these are a combination of a 2241 and a 2245. And typically, if you have like a large woofer like this, if you have a large rubber roll surround, very stiff cone, and they can handle 8 gazillion watts, you don't get much definition.
Right.
And as you just heard, here there is
Much more
lots
pitch
of
definition. And, yeah.
And each two are driven with 700 watts of ice power, so there's a built-in amplifier.
Oh, they're built in. Okay.
On the side.
Yeah.
And right now I roll them in at 70 hertz, and I use a Pro electronic crossover. So this one basically runs full range.
Oh, it does.
No
Okay.
electronic crossover on it. I only use
just
the electronic
supplement.
crossover to augment the bass.
Gotcha.
They sit in a sealed box. They resonate at about 50 hertz. So we add a little bit of bass boost in the bottom end.
Gotcha.
And the benefit from doing this, obviously these are 600 watt capable drivers. In a home situation, you don't need
Yeah,
that
because
much.
you'll be blowing out the windows. Yeah.
So even though that we boost the bottom end up, there's plenty of headroom to go.
Yeah. You could probably take the plaster off the walls with this thing.
Oh, yeah.
You're definitely going to have hearing damage, but for people that want the ultimate rig that's not only for dynamics and realism, but refinement, that's what Peter specializes in, doing things a little bit different than other people with these drivers, and doing it all so you don't have to worry about synergy either. You got a smaller system, or?
Yeah, I've got a smaller system over here.
Yeah, let's take a
So
look.
this is my new studio reference series,
Yes.
and it starts with LE14H1 woofers.
Yes.
And again, this is an old vintage driver that has been completely refurbished. I get the aquaplast coated cones from Japan,
Okay.
and again, magnet system is a 400 watt system, and then these have a 1 inch long coil in them. No, sorry, 3/4 inch long coil in them. And we do all this work in house. Obviously, the powder coating and stuff like that we send out to a shop.
Right.
Uses a Volt 3-inch mid-range dome, and then a SB Acoustics Beryllium 1 inch driver.
Okay.
And this turned out so well, then I said, what can I do with the 10 inch? So then we go to the Studio Reference 10,
Okay.
which is an LE10H1 refurbished. It's an SB Satori 2.5 inch dome, and then a SB Acoustics 1 inch dimple dome tweeter. This is a very sweet sounding speaker.
So these are front ported.
Yeah.
Okay.
I pretty much do all my ports like this,
Okay.
where they're part of the same.
And price points on these.
22,000 and 28,000.
Okay. Yeah, and these are very finely finished too. These are pieces of art, furniture quality.
Check this
Definitely.
over here. Like this is.
Yeah.
This one actually made with raw veneer. That's laid out by us.
It's very beautiful. Yeah, this should have high wife acceptance factor plus performance factor. It's not easy to glue this thing together. Yeah.
This one here, it's not quite called it burl, but there's a lot of fiddle backing right here. This one is a Mappa burl poplar burl.
Yeah. So, this is a company that covers it all, literally from electronics to speakers and aesthetics too. And I always enjoyed coming to see them at this show because this is the only show that, because you're locally not too far from
We're in
here.
San Diego.
Okay, San Diego. I'll have to come to your facility one time when I'm in the area. But yeah, thanks for walking me through everything.
Absolutely.
Okay, take
Thank
care.
you.